Doc, thank you. Thank you for saving Como's life. I need to be absolutely quiet within half a month, and then let my child get out of bed, so as not to repeat the condition. Trouble your father to protect it. Must certain. How much should I pay for you, and how to pay? I don't need money. How can you do this? You are the first doc to see a doctor in the village for so many years. I don't need to feel unhappy. Compared with you, I should feel ashamed if I worry about food and clothing. Then, we have nothing to wait for you here. At least, drink a glass of water. Mercy, what did you say? Sorry, I mean thank you. Are there any other materials that can prove your identity?
Only these.
Then I can't let you go to the Broken Rock Village. Insufficient materials.
When I went to the Broken Rock Village last time, no one asked me to ask for any materials. Your predecessor even enthusiastically contacted me.
He may be more enthusiastic than me, and I am more responsible than him.
Okay, what kind of materials do I miss? I can make up now.
Doc, what is material incomplete? I think you should know.
I only know that I am a doc, and I am going to send the medicines they urgently need to be sent to the Broken Rock Village.
And in my opinion, you are a stranger with a stranger hanging around the waist with exotic accent. Victoria's village does not need to save people like you. Let's go back.
I can only save a specific life. Never thought about it. And it is impossible to save the entire village. I have only one person.
Yeah? The life you want to save does not think so, Gaul State.
Reunion?
Don't pretend to be stupid. Your Gaul's mouth cannot lie to me. Dismembered as Doc.
This is a misunderstanding.
If it is really a misunderstanding, why don't you go to Shishu Village or Didari Village, and go to the only Broken Rock Village under my jurisdiction?
Because there is an old doc retired from the town. Ina Village even has a condition that can be said to be in the past. The rest of the villages also have regular travelers who provide medical services for regular tour. The doc of Broken Rock Village died a few years ago. No one has been vacant, and the caravan is unwilling to pass. It is the only village under your jurisdiction without any medical services.
Are you really a spy and have been collecting information nearby?
On the contrary, sir. Your predecessor was very enthusiastic to share with me the medical service level in the entire region before he contacted the team. It is guaranteed to you that I will not do anything beyond a doc duty in the Broken Rock Village.
Okay, don't say beautiful words. Do you know, there was a simple way to identify you in the past. That is, letting you spit at the portrait of Koskai. His hesitant was suspicious.
Gaul's Emperor?
Who can he be? And why do you have a stupid expression that is unbelievable?
I thought Koska would be his birthplace. Broken Rock Village finally arrived. This way is really bumpy. Aber, hello, how about asthma? Is it frequent? And Momo in your house?
It is Doc. Doc really returned as agreed. It's really Doc. He really comes back. Doc, come and sit in my house. What is the use of going to your house? Hurry up and get the wind to get the wind.
Let us take the medicine first. And I have surgery to do it later. Early send the medicine to everyone. And I can let go early. This newly developed long-acting inhibitor only needs to be injected once a month.
Merci.
Doc, Wild Apple, you hold it. Last time you let me avoid heavy physical labor. I just wandered near the village, picking up some wild fruit or something for everyone.
You also need to supplement nutrition.
That's it when you came last time, for fear of disturbing our lives. Everyone was thin when walking. Yes, just holding it.
Your medicine.
Merciba.
Ibel, when you just quaid and received the medicine, you have been giving the person in the future.
I'm just asthma. Other people's old illness, as well as infected people. I should give them one.
I have to thank you for them. Also, let you smoke as little as possible before.
I have completely quit.
This is a good inhalation that said before. You hold it first.
Mercy.
It was nothing.
Don't pretend to be stupid. Your Gauli cannot lie to me.
No, thank you.
Doc, let me wash the apples on your table. You must be thirsty.
Just go to myself.
Use it. I come. Abel, I heard that Doc is coming. Where is he? Turn the past. Doc is sending medicine for everyone. If you are strong and healthy, go to him in a while. Mercy, here was nothing. Is this also gone? What's the meaning? Doc has just taught me. No need to think. Reen. Okay, I remember. You're Abel.
Abel, did you teach you the French I taught you?
Isn't this a Gaul language that you taught us last time? We have been talking about our own language for more than 10 years. You taught me last time. I taught the villagers. Everyone is grateful to you. We also want to ask you more. Mercy, what did you say? Sorry. I mean thank you. Are you from Gaul? Ah. I have a friend. She has never been to Kazimiris, but she thinks she is probably a Kazimiris person here. My situation is almost the same as her. That Gauli. Do you still say? If I am a Gaul, my mother tongue can certainly be regarded as some kind of Gaul. Can you teach me a few words?
I'm sorry to sweep your prosperity. I teach your language to French, not Gaul.
This...
I couldn't explain the differences before. If you really want to learn, you should still learn your own language. I go first. You have to start preparing the operating room.
You wait. I'll help you prepare.
How about, do you feel better on your knees?
If there is no you, I dare not think that there is still this day. There are already several people in the village that are more serious than me, you know. I know. You are really omnipotent. It's our savior.
A savior? Don't get me wrong. I just took out the accumulated water in the joints. Your arthritis is still very serious. You must avoid loading and minimize long-distance walking.
Maintain well. My old me will get better. Thank you, Mercy. You are really our savior. I will use these old legs all the way to you all the way.
You await this.
Has the grandmother fell?
Abel, please go to say to your grandmother. Her knee can only stop worsening at most. Don't be too optimistic.
Forget it. The old grandmother is actually very pitiful. Such an old age, if it wasn't for others, could not even eat meals.
Isn't she picking wild apples around the village?
I only told you that it was the old Vic who looked at the orchard to see her to pitiful. So she put a few apples that were worn by insects on her must-pass and wanted her to be happy.
She knows.
After picking up those few apples, she turned outside the village more diligent.
Though this will only make her arthritis continue to aggravate.
What do you say she should do? You have also cured several people like her. Can they not walk anymore?
We have to face the reality. At least first.
But the reality is that we can't live here at all. You didn't let us speak Gaul dialect to protect us before, for fear that the town is not good for us. Everyone knows.
That's not protection.
But the town actually does not need to do what we do. At that time, our father's generation did not have to choose when he came here. The fertile land had long been in the master. The land of the village is barren, and the production is only enough to support ourselves. The caravan is unwilling to come, and of course stock is even more unwilling to come. In the past few years, we also said that we need to build roads between various villages. Of course, we are the last one. As a result, there are 2 villages that say that there is a risk of natural disasters, and the road construction is released in advance. The last natural disaster did not come, and the other village paid for someone to build the road. And anyone in the mobile city, is troublesome. And I have to check us. In the name not to say it is the Changol, but only say trace the flowers and strengthen the law and order. We were so hard, and kept cooking until you came. Are you? Not just to show you the doctor, or come to take everyone away, right?
Wait, Abel. Why did I say this?
Your friend sent you a letter. Send from Litania. I'm really sorry. I flipped your pocket, but we really can't wait.
Abel, wake up. This letter is written in Ivra. You should understand. This is just a communication among friends.
But don't the splits say that there are too many suffering in this big land? Didn't he still say that you are looking for a return? In the early years, there were also rumors that the Duke of Emperor of Litania would have a special preferential treatment to Gaul survivors.
Abel, look at me. Whose am I?
Doug,
Yes, Doc. I'm just a doc. I came to alleviate your pain as much as possible, not to use misunderstandings to pile up fantasy anesthesia. Sober. The joints that have been worn will not be healthy because of fantasy. I am not an omnipotent savior, and I can only provide help that I can do.
take us away. This is the help you can do. You can deceive the officials in the town, and you will definitely take us to leave this prison with only gravel and saline. There are too many docs we have seen. Which doc has cured so many people, but does not collect a penny? You come with me. I still have something to show you. It will surprise you.
This is...
The portrait of Her Majesty of Kisika. I found the innermost part of the warehouse of an older old man. The portrait was drawn when the emperor just died, and the old man didn't remember what the Majesty looked like. We had to repair it a little. It may be a bit like a little, but everyone thinks it is almost the same anyway. It is the savior of the Gaul. The savior of the Gaul? Intersection. Before I reacted the meaning of the word, the face on the portrait had made me stunned. It can be seen that the face of the portrait is damaged seriously. The people who make up the paintings have to fill the details based on their imagination. The face drawn in the end has 7 points. Myself. The faded golden picture frame is surrounded by a crown, a ribbon, and a Gustav Carter wearing a formal dress. If you change the occasion, such as on the Earth, on Rhode Island, even Dossels, this portrait can be called funny, but it is here.
I don't want to see this portrait again. Lock it back. I'm not the savior of the Gaul.
If you are not to save the Gaul, why do you come to such a poor and remote place in Moria village?
I help those who are tortured by illness. No matter what he says or where he is. My next destination is not Litania, but Kasdo. Because I heard that the people there were the same suffering as you.
The devil guy. Intersection, no. No. This is impossible.
I promised to the Victoria official in the town that they would not do anything beyond the dock duties in the Broken Rock village.
You must say so to deal with them. Definitely is.
I plan to keep my promise.
After the conversation, the portrait was locked deep into the warehouse. I tried to minimize the chat with the villagers, but they still have respect for my eyes, and they are increasing day by day. I don't know if they respect whether they respect, or the savior of the Gaul. I have to use surgery and consultation to fill the time. And I hope that an idol who does not respond to any prayer can make them recognize the reality. It turns out that I am out of charge.
Abel, is it possible to go to the village entrance?
No, nothing.
In this case, you hold these medicines.
Haven't you already given me the inhalation agent that treats asthma?
I have forgotten this time, and your family has a camo. Where did he go? This is his medicine. When he comes back, remember to give him the medicine. He still needs some time to consolidate. Abel?
2 days after you left, Genli sent someone to check the Yuku and made a night. The group of people drove Como to the bed and wanted to check what the banned items were hidden in the bed. As a result, Como started coughing again. I asked them to bring Como to the town. They ignored me. I went to other villages to find someone overnight, but there was no money at home, and no one wanted to come. In the end, it was easy to invite the old doc of Shishu village. When I rushed back, I quit smoking since that day. Doc, everything will be different this time. You won't abandon us anymore, right? We all know that except for another Gaul, no one will be willing to look at us. You have cured all of us. You will definitely save us in the end. I understand. I understand.
Wait, Abel, what are you holding in your hand?
Notice. Take everyone to leave the Broken Rock village. Go to the notice of Britannia. And inform everyone that you will take us to break through many obstructions. You will take us to a land that can live in peace and work. Save me. Save us.
Intersection. I have put on the mask, Abel. Breathe deeply. Listening to my instructions. I said inhaling for a while. I said exhale at 2 o'clock. 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2. 1, 2, don't talk first.
Everyone.
I have nothing to do in the Broken Rock Village. I have to go now.
We go with you. We need you to guide us.
I am a duck, not a her.
But me, my child, our life is given by you.
I save you for myself.
If the Victorians don't let us go, if they dare to hurt your little hair, I will fight with them to the last moment.
If this is really the case, I would rather have never been here.
You saved all of us.
I can only relieve the pain, and I cannot save anyone.
You can definitely. You are the savior of the Gaul. I do and he know who handed it over. Abel had more paintings in his hands. The Gustav Carter wearing Coast Guy clothing. Everyone looked at me with the same eyes. I have seen this look elsewhere, but those eyes did not look at me at that time. A kind of painful, respectful, and hopeful. Fascinating eyes. I smelled the bloody energy of my body.
Abel, just right. I have something to explain before departure.
Although you are instructed, everyone here listened to your order.
All this
Book.
is... of each
We have been cured by you. We don't need this.
and the disease I can cure is minimal. It is impossible for Pharisees to share the pain that will come back in a few days, weeks, and a few months. Didn't the grandmother start gently? Give me the portrait. Give me the portrait.
I listened to you. I looked at this portrait again. If Gustav Carter on the portrait is not wearing the costume of Kosagia, maybe I really bring it back to Rhodes and treat it as an interesting thing to others. But no, I am a duck. I know what an unrealistic fantasy of patience means. I have chewed the bitter fruit I have planted inadvertently. I held a portrait in one hand and pulled out the left-wheel pistol from the gun. The crowd obviously saw what I was going to do, but no one moved, as if a group of believers who were about to wait until the final trial. They stared at me deadly, and the fans in their eyes died like a burst of candlelight. The fans in the eyes of the crowd ignited at the moment of the gunfire, and there were no condemnation and hate, leaving only disillusionment. I won't say this is a good thing, but in order to get rid of the madness, the disillusionment is much better than the blood. I transferred the portrait to my own side. Fortunately, thanks to the industrial ketone raw materials of the Rhode Island Engineering Department.
Abel, holding.
Hold. What?
Image.
I still hold it. What do I do? A broken portrait. What else can I do?
To draw this portrait with its real face, at least don't draw a dark face for the Emperor. If the face of Kosiah eye is blurred, go to a person who can really save you and take you out of the gravel and saline. A may say a real Gaul dialect, maybe not. He may be another peaceful, but more hindered road. Maybe among you, maybe each of you. But he is not me. Doc will fight for his patient. But his patients are people, not composed of people. Other things. Feel sorry. I'm sorry.
Abel took the portrait ignorant, and a low whispering sound came from the crowd. I don't know if they really understand what I want to say, but I can see that they are not deserted. The most difficult step has passed, and they will start thinking. I hope to think about it. Sir, I withdraw the insult to you before. You are a real patriotica. No, a real piece of assistance. Don't mention how anxious I am yesterday. I thought you really wanted to take the group of Gauls to Latania.
If I really do that, what do you do?
It can only show that we have had a foresight. There is still some time in the car. Do you want to drink a cup of tea? But I have to say that the passage you finally said to them, a little dangerous. It is better to converge in the future.
I ask you, is there a person with addiction to alcoholic addiction in the town?
This, of course. There are still a few, But what does this have to do with us?
I hope they will look back before the alcoholic addiction, and those who make them have to borrow wine to worry about sorrow. Which one should more converge?
Sir, I said to you for your respect, you should not be wrong.
Of course, I just said those words of Doc's sense of responsibility. Including what you said just now. The same is true.
So what should I answer? Follow the doctor's order.
Hope so.
Unfortunately, I think Doc's words are just good, and there is no need to take it seriously.
Of course, there are many self-confident people. I hope they will not knock on the Doc door in the end.